Hey, I'm Henrik from the Hiero TSC, and as you might know, we will run an election for the Hiero TSC in the future. We have two seats, which is the end user seat and the contributor seat in the Hiero TSC, where we will run an election for in May 2025. And I would like to give you an overview now about those two seats and why those two seats are super important to get more diversity into the Hiero TSC, to get the community more involved into the Hiero TSC, and so on. So the Hiero is the open source distributed ledger technology project, which is part of the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust. And the full project with all its repos and sub-projects and so on is led by the TSC, which is the Technical Steering Committee that as today consists of 6 people. If you go to hiero.org, you will even see like pictures of those 6 people. I'm one of them, and even today, those 6 people come from 3 different companies out of the Hedera and Web3 ecosystem and community. And what we would do, I want to do as a next step, is invite additional people to the TSC, and for that an election is coming that will be used to nominate and then vote for new people filling seats in the TSC. And as said, for that we have 2 different seats that we want to fill. So all the seats and how all that works together is defined in the Hiero project charter, which is a quite long document with a lot of rules. What we did for the election, we created a special document just for the election. And that document is part of the governance repo, like all our governance documents, topics, and so on are. And in the governance repo, you will find a folder which is called elections. And this folder contains the elections MD that gives an overview about all the different seats of the TSC, and especially the contributor seat and the end user seat, because those are the 2 seats as written down in the details where we want to do an election on. So what are those seats? Let's start with the contributor seat. The contributor seat is a seat for a person that is contributing to Hiero or any of its sub-projects. So if you are contributing to any Hiero SDK, contributing to the consensus node, to a DIT library which is part of Hiero, so any project that is within Hiero, if you contribute code to it or have contributed code to it, you can be nominated for this contributor seat. And you can vote on that contributor seat. So whoever contributed code can vote, first of all, for the person that should fill the seat, and can be nominated or nominate themselves to fill this contributor seat, which helps us and allows us to have individual contributors, as an example, people coming from the community being part of the Hiero TSC and not only, like companies. The other seat is the end user seat, and that is quite of special, and a lot of open source projects don't have that one. So while all other seats in the TSC are coming from companies or from individuals who are really contributing to the projects that are part of the Hiero org in GitHub, the end user seat is for people who are using that. So if you create applications on top of Hiero, either it's a wallet, it's a D-app, it's some monitoring tooling to monitor mirror nodes or to monitor consensus node, whatever, that is your seat. Because for that seat, you don't need to be a contributor to Hiero. You should be somebody who is using Hiero and building applications on top of it. That's the idea behind the end user seat that allows us to even bring a totally different point of view into the TSC with people who are really using what we are creating. And I think that is so important to have that seat in the TSC and get the voice from the end users in the TSC, that I cannot tell people enough to nominate for that seat or to, prepare themselves to be able to vote on that seat, because you are allowed to vote on that seat if you are an end user on your own, which means you are somebody who adopts Hiero technology, like an SDK or whatever. And what we've done for that is we have created this adopters MD, which is in the elections folder of governance too. And in that one, you need to add yourself, which with a short description about why you are an end user, so what you are building on top of Hiero. And by doing so, you are allowed, or you defined as an elector, who can vote for whoever represents this group on the end user seat in the TSC. So those two seats will be filled in the near future. The voting happens in May 2025, and there's still time to add yourself to the Adopters MD, to nominate yourself, which both is for the end user seats, or to do code contributions to Hiero to be able to vote on the contributor seat, or even nominate yourself on the contributor seat. So both are really made for the community, made to create more diversity in Hiero, and I would really love to see a lot of people coming, a lot of nominations for those two seats. Please spread the word about it. It will be so good to have the community grow, have the diversity grow, and have different faces and people on the TSC. Thank you for that. See you.